What's going on, everyone? We are live. So, literally just before kickoff, this guy's phone over here started blasting off out of freaking nowhere, and then all of a sudden he's like, "Oh, Jim."
Yes, it did.
Welcome to a brand new stream, everyone. In this one, it's a Marvel-centered stream. Doctor Doom, hit or miss, Captain America 4, and Daredevil is so very back. Including the Netflix shows as well. And I'm sure, no doubt, we're probably going to end up touching upon a certain superhero at some point. No idea who. A specific superhero that, RJ really,
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, I know. Melissa, Lisa, Israel, Astro, what's up, guys? Okay, so let's just get how long will this stream be?
I'm sorry. I don't know why that's so funny, but it's just like he's like,
why is that funny? What's funny
like,
about it?
He's like, yo, hello. How long will this stream be? Like he's got a.
You know what's even funnier? Do you know what's even funnier? Do you know what's even funnier?
Oh hell no! Get check that shit.
Hey, I'm from Marvel. Some of us are from Marvel Ultimate Alliance. Some of us are from Fan 4 Stick. It's fine.
It's just how he said, "Yo, hello, Jacob."
Hello, stream.
Like he wants to watch it, but he has to be somewhere. It's just something.
It's like, "Yo, hello, Jacob." How long will the stream be?
I don't know why that's so funny.
Fuck's sake. That's powerful. That caught me right off guard. Jesus, we're already 2 minutes in, and that's incredible. BTW people, Kevin will be joining very soon as well. I'm sure he'll be joining. For the moment, you'll be in the great company of the GOAT and the Chosen, like old times. But I will just get the Jim. I will get this ball rolling by saying, Dr. Doom. I have been conflicted ever since they announced it. And let me set the scene here, and then I'll let RJ vent away, because I know you've got some grievances and some hype to get off your chest. And I promise to not interrupt you as much. Probably not going to happen. But essentially, I woke up, right, as you do, as a normal human would. I loaded up my phone, and I see RDJ is back as... Oh, not back, he's back, but he is playing Dr. Doom. So the first few words are, RDJ is back. Oh, is he back as Iron Man? That's sick. Oh, Dr. Wait, what? Must pinch me. I'm still dreaming. What the... Huh? What? So already I was thinking to myself, okay, everyone's losing their freaking mind over this and going absolutely batshit insane, which is fine. Like, fair play to him. Enjoy it. But, I'd be lying if I said I didn't have my concerns then that I do now. And... I'll sum it up with this, and then we'll get into the deeper context of it. As a fan, freaking awesome. RDJ's back, fuck yeah. Kevin, what's up, my dude? Hey, brother.
Hey, guys. Oh, 1 second. Hang on, my external audio is set to the wrong output.
RJ, shut up.
There we go. That's better. All right, what was that? I didn't catch that.
Fucking hell, that hurt.
Jesus Christ.
Doing it with rings out hurt.
Nice background, RJ. Sorry I'm late. I didn't have my phone on me.
Just before we kicked off, right, this guy had an alarm that went off, and it went ding, 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 and he just went, Jesus. No, this is multi-fandom. Jacob, I'm drunk. Please take this into consideration. Drink some more. Did they ever? He's playing a Tony Stark who became. Yeah. Well, this is the thing, right? So, aside from me enjoying the original hype of it, and aside from me enjoying, RDJ's back. Immediately, I went to, how the hell are they going to make this work? Yeah. And secondly, you guys know how I feel about cross-casting. It already annoys the bollocks out of me that Mordo is in Venom. All right, I can't stand cross-casting. I hate it. it's one thing. I saw this post the other day, right, that said RDJ's getting a second chance, like Chris Evans and Michael B. Jordan and
it's
Ryan.
not the same.
Whoa. Let's just chill out with this. I can't say that.
This type. You can't compare a shit movie where it's not the actor's fault for playing. Like Michael B. Jordan, it wasn't his fault for like how fantastic turned out. So him getting to play Killmonger, that is not the same as like RDJ playing a great iteration of Tony Stark to playing arguably the greatest villain in Marvel Comics history. Like,
yeah,
that's another problem I have with it. Is you've got the greatest hero in the MCU.
Oh wow,
his face is now the villain, like the face of the main bad guy, the big bad guy.
Yeah.
And aside from you know all of the points I just mentioned, the other point I'm going to mention is, you know, just because I myself as a fan am happy about it, it doesn't mean it excuses the fact that it smells like desperation. It's a Hail Mary. It's to try and pull the fans back in. People want RDJ back. He'll only come back if it doesn't piss on the role of Iron Man. And the hefty pay. The money. Yeah, what you said, RJ. The money. And those points are very valid. But adjusting for story, it can work with Spider-Man, and we'll get into that. But just on the initial reaction of Doctor Doom, RJ, how did you feel? And before we go any further, I just need to edit this one little thing. So basically, I'm the Doctor Doom from Marvel Ultimate Alliance. Kevin, you're the Doctor Doom from Fantastic Four, the early thousands one, and RJ is from Fan Four Stick.
Sorry.
Right quick. Let him go.
I literally just set you up for that. Okay, great. So I literally set this geezer up perfectly, and now he's gone. Okay, right, boom. We'll do that. Kevin, what was your initial reaction to that?
I'm gonna be honest, I didn't hate it, but I'm like, could you not find anybody else? That was my initial reaction. I'm like,
I agree, surprisingly.
I'm just gonna be blunt here. This feels incredibly lazy on Marvel's part. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Like, I'm just why I'm if you want RDJ to play a villain, why not just have him come back as Superior Iron Man? You know?
Yeah, I don't understand why they didn't. Well, I mean, there's a plethora of reasons why they didn't, but
and I'm just like, because they've done this already with other characters, I was really hoping they were gonna find a Romani actor, because Doom is canonically Romani in the comics.
Yep. I just like when you actually let time, you know, let it seep in a little bit, and you sort of remove like the whole fan aspect of like, oh, RDJ, it's RDJ. When you remove that element to it and you just start to break it down, like it feels too perfect. RDJ's back. The Russos are back with him. Alan Silvestri's doing the score. The same writers of Civil War. Like, and don't get me wrong, they would have done that probably anyway. But it's like it feels too perfect, and it feels kind of like, okay, you're in a very lose-lose situation right now. Kang doesn't feel like a threat. No one cares because you've done a poor job at making people care about Kang. You really have. Like, in my honest opinion, they've done a terrible job at marketing Kang as the big bad. You have this guy die several times and you chalk it up to, well, it's in the multiverse. There's a variant of him. Yeah, but when you do that, you set a precedent. So when he's on screen, it numbs the effect of him being killed. You know, it doesn't, there's no suspense there. With Thanos, it was a different story because you knew this was the big bad villain. Like, it didn't matter if there was a variant of him or not. This was the big bad villain that was going to put in work and do some damage. But now we're here, you know. So it's very, I don't know. There's parts of this where I'm thinking, okay, execution-wise, they've got something good here, and it would be great to see RDJ play a role that isn't Iron Man. But the problem is, it's this role.
Yeah.
And I know it's in the multiverse and whatever else, But we're fans, right? We're fans.
Yeah.
A regular person is going to be confused as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, wait, what? Iron Man's a villain?
They've already done a really poor
you.
job on the whole multiverse
When
concept
this movie
in general.
drops in the cinema, someone is 100% going to say, you know what? This guy right here, why is Iron Man the villain?
Exactly.
That's what's going to happen. They're not going to know it's
Thank
Dr.
you,
Doom.
Tristan. Thank you. I wholeheartedly agree with that. Superior Iron Man. If they wanted like an evil Tony Stark or Tony where he's a villain, superior Iron Man, that would have worked better.
That would have slapped. Oh, that would have been nice.
And how is this going to work? Like, are they going to do Demon in Armor like that one What If comic where they swap bodies? That can't work because Tony.
No, that can't work.
That can't work because he ended up being a hero at the end of that story. And Infamous, and I've seen people say, "Whoa, they could do Infamous Iron Man." And here's the thing: I read Infamous Iron Man. That's not what happened. Tony was killed by Carol's dumbass in Civil War II, and Doom took up the mantle of Iron Man. That's what happened. Like this, it's a desperate cry for help from Marvel. And another thing that this bothers me, it pays off the narrative that the MCU cannot like succeed or exist without RDJ. And I've always hated that. And I'm like, no. Marvel has made movies that were successful without RDJ, even before the MCU had existed. Like, yeah. And I think RJ said this in our call the other day. Iron Man may be the face of the MCU. He's not the face of Marvel in general.
Yeah, no, he's not. And I really, especially because we're from an era where the Avengers were popular, but they weren't the face of Marvel.
Oh,
it was
hell no.
Man, it was Fantastic Four, it was the X-Men.
Spider-Man.
Those were the three. And the thing is, I love RDJ, I do, but I would have much rather you left RDJ out of it and you brought him back as a version of Iron Man or maybe a one-off variant of Doctor Doom or something, not the main multiverse villain.
I could somewhat get behind him being like an alternate Doctor Doom, but him being the main version of Doom, like
it's just hard. Like, because
what are you doing?
Like the key is Spider-Man. Like the key, honestly, to make it work and to sell me that Tony is now. I mean, see, again, this is the problem. We have to be sold that he's now a villain. You know, even though he's got the same. Oh, but it's just this. It's just the same actor, just different face. It's different character. It's like, yeah, but the thing is, it's that specific character.
And he's an established character in this universe.
It's the character that we started with. And while it's great that he's now, let's say, the villain that we're fighting against, he's got the face of our hero. You could make that a very incredibly emotionally moving story. If you remove fandom out of it, and I'm not trying to be a dick or rag on anyone's parade. If you really love this RDJ announcement as Doctor Doom, then Mazel Tov. But what annoys me about it is there's so many actors out there that would kill Doom. They would be great.
And I know it's a popular fan cast, and I saw someone mention it in the comments already. Cillian Murphy. He would have made a great Doom. And I know this would have been cross-casting either. I've seen like fan art of Michael Fassbender as Doom. I think he would have killed that role. I would have preferred him over.
I mean, then that rules out like him coming back as Magneto, but at least you take that energy and his acting prowess and you feed it into this new character, this MCU role. You know, it just feels like this is a very desperate Hail Mary.
Exactly.
Now it's like yes, you can make anything make sense. Yes, it's Marvel Comics, but this is a different. This isn't like, let's just say, okay, Jacob, Doctor Doom's going to be cast with an actor from the MCU that's been there before, right? Or it's an established Marvel actor. They go back and they go, you know what? Just for shit's sake, just for the sake of example, just off the top of my head, they go, Terrence Howard is Doctor Doom, right? Just for the sake of example, right? Oh, but this is even though he played Rhodey in that one film, like, you know, he's going to be Doctor Doom. That's like, no, but even then, it doesn't matter if he appeared once. You still, God damn it, just eating food and munching away. Now, like,
oh yeah, I saw that too, Danny. I saw that.
Million.
Yeah,
that's way too much.
I'm sorry. And this is where I want to get into it.
RJ, you were right in our call the other day. RDJ 100% has an ego.
He does. I want to get into another little. I want to add another layer to this, right? I'm not trying to be that guy and call it a personal reason, but there are so many actors out here that don't have any spotlight that would fucking kill to have one singular role that pays a tenth of a tenth.
And I forgot his name, but I saw on
Breaking Bad.
I saw on Twitter there was a Romani actor that's like, hey, I'm down to play Doom. Doom is Romani. I've done the research. He flat out like made a whole like statement that he'd be 100% down to play Doom if they gave him a call.
Then my other question is, what, you're gonna have Dr. Doom last 2 movies?
Yeah, that's another issue. And another thing I'm gonna add on to that. I'm gonna come back to that. Is how is this gonna work with Peter? Is Spider-Man gonna be his main rival? Because if you know the comics, it's long established to be Victor versus Reed. That has been an established rivalry for decades.
Charles Cole.
Yeah, Robbie Lawrence. Doom in the comics is Romani, just like Scarlet Witch. And even though I love Elizabeth Olsen, they should have gotten a Romani actress to.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know that, Kevin. A lot of people do not know that. Scarlet Witch.
Well, that's because I'm gonna go there. That's because these people don't read comics. They don't actually know the characters. They just they Google it. And look, I'll be the first to hold my hands up and say, when it comes to comic book knowledge, there's fucking levels to this shit. I've always said it from day one. Oh, but I'm a fan and I love everything. No, there's level. It becomes fucking serious to some people. Like it's like a religion. And then there's other people where they show up in Infinity War. Who's this purple testicle? Why is he trying to get these infinity gems? Why is he trying to do all this? Who's that? Those people. So that's the two extremes. Then you've got me in the middle that's seen pretty much all the movies. I've read a few comics. I've played all the games. You guys, you may have played not necessarily the games, but you've read more comics. You know more of the lore, the backstory, shit like that, which to some people may not think is important, but for Doctor Doom to be of Romani heritage, I think it is important to his character. That's the whole.
It's pretty integral, in my opinion.
I agree.
And to another thing, so with Doomsday and Secret Wars, you're telling me because think about all the groundwork they have to do. They have to build up a new Avengers team. Yes, they have to set up Doom as this big threat in one movie and have him be the main villain in another movie. And it's just not going to work. And you also have all these characters that haven't interacted. And another problem with Phase 4 is that there has been no follow-up sequels to any of these new movies to further establish and build up these characters to make us care about them. Like, it's so much that this is my biggest problem with how they've handled the MCU. Somebody that did enjoy a good chunk of Phase 4, they did a very bad job, like, formatting this entire saga. One, they kind of, in my opinion, they fucked up on the whole multiverse concept in general by having it be tied to time travel and alternate timelines. I hate that shit. I fucking hate that shit.
I'm sorry, this is the way you said that.
Okay,
I could not agree more.
You're telling me
so refreshing. Kevin,
Phase 4 start in like what 2020, 2021 around that.
And also with this, just sorry to cut you off. This whole phase was for nothing.
Exactly. And you're telling me the phase started in 2021, right? You're telling me we have yet to see a new Avengers team, and before somebody brings up, in Captain America 4, there's going to be a new Avengers team. Shut up. It's too fucking late. It is too late for me to care anymore. It is too damn late. It's too late because here's the thing, they had the groundwork already. Secret Invasion should have just been an Avengers movie. It should have been something that was built up all throughout Phase 4, ending with Sam putting together this new team.
I don't think Secret Invasion works live action. I'm glad. Yeah. I actually wish they didn't do it in general. Because
I don't mind them doing it.
Hold on. Me personally,
pissed me off.
That, but also I feel like Secret Invasion is a storyline that it's gonna piss off some people are going to be
Just as an
happy, and some people
FYI,
are going
people in the
to.
Yeah,
chat room,
because
we're going to
with
be
the
all over
whole
the
thing
place
of
in
people
the
getting
stream, so just
replaced
bear
by
with.
scrolls, it's gonna bother some people. I'd actually argue, and I know this may be a hot take. So you've seen Avengers
I've
Earth's
heard
Mightiest.
worse. I've heard worse. You'll be fine.
You've seen Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes. You know they did Secret Invasion like for the first half of the season 2.
Yeah.
I'd
Go.
argue, and I know I'm gonna ruffle some feathers here.
Go
I
for
think
it.
that
You're on me here.
cartoon
Go for it.
did a better job with Secret Invasion than the actual comics.
Well, do you know what? This is where RJ can extend you an olive branch, and I can't believe I'm going to say this. I'm going to shoot myself.
Oh,
in
I know
the
where
foot
this is
by saying
going.
this. I actually like the Civil War comic. Okay, I like it. I don't think it's the best thing ever. I think it's a good entry comic. The movie is infinitely better.
Yeah, I agree with that.
That's RJ's take, and that's something we always.
Oh no, I agree with that. Iron Man is a way more likable character in the Civil War movie than he is in the comics.
Yeah. So I'm putting that out there just to...
that story, a side rant, that story in the comics, in my opinion, did irreparable damage to Iron Man's character, in my opinion.
Stop doing what Danny would do.
For those who don't know, for those who haven't read the original Civil War comic, this man, Iron Man, the amount of fucked up and questionable things he has done in that story alone is insane. Like he is 100% a villain. I don't care what anybody says. Oh no,
all right.
He's a villain. He is a villain. I'm sorry.
I want to go back to I want to go back to the tone. No, you're good. It was just funny. Yeah. I want to go back to the RDJ coming back.
But also no, feel free to rant whenever, Kevin. That's kind of what we do.
Yeah.
I would be lying to say when I first saw the announcement, I'm not gonna lie, as a fan, you're like, oh
yeah,
shit.
RDJ, what?
Yeah, it is RDJ, and it makes you excited because RDJ, he's a great actor. Yeah. And he did a good job with Iron Man in this as a character. I personally think he was a better Iron Man than in the comics, but go on.
Wow. I stopped and I talked to you gentlemen and some of the others and Darius and
you just take a moment to think about it.
A couple weeks to think about it.
Oh, I thought about it straight away.
I did too. After 2 hours after the initial announcement, I was like, huh. The thing that I'm more that if it weren't for the Russos coming back,
then I'd be concerned.
I would be way concerned because here's the thing: the Russos are directors that you can overhaul a movie. Because this is the first time they've changed the movie. This is the first time that they've done this with RDJ, where they brought an actor back. But Civil War was not Civil War initially. They changed that whole movie from Serpent Society to Civil War.
Yeah.
And the only reason why they did that is because BVS was coming out that year.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And there's only 2 scenes.
It released on the same day too, right?
Same year. I think they're a month apart. But okay. Civil War was not built upon at all. They had teases of it and breadcrumbs, but they've only had really one scene where they built up to it, with Tony.
Oh yeah, the Angel one scene where they were chopping the wood.
That's a very good point. That's a very good point.
But with the Russos are very good at okay, yeah, we didn't set up to this, but the movie could be good. But my biggest issue is this. I love RDJ. I really do. I think he's a talented actor. I love his comeback story. That man has a massive ego. When I saw
we don't know about that.
When I saw what he was getting, and I don't care what anybody says about well, he's already
that much.
First off, let other people have their shine. Okay, let other people get their money. You were making so much more than the other Avengers. You were making so much more than Chris Evans, Chris Hemsworth. The highest, I don't think RDJ should be
Deadpool, right? Let's just use it as an example. It's all spoiler warning. If you haven't seen it, then you don't care by this point. Chris Evans, to be in Deadpool, took up a chunk of the movie's budget to be a cameo. Just for a cameo to be in a movie. They had to pay this man 80-odd million to bring him back. And that's not including endorsements, advertising, marketing. That's not including any of that. There's probably provisions in place where it's like the more we use your face in the trailer, you get more money.
Like,
Shit like that.
I feel like have it to go to like, I mean, I know.
Oh, and the other thing that worries me is I love Victor Von Doom without the mask and or whatever, but let's just keep it a buck. Doctor Doom looks
I'll touch on that in a minute.
Yeah, that's the whole point. Why he wears a mask?
And I repeat, do not do this Iron Man thing where you have RDJ's face there. We don't need it. Not for Doom. The whole point of it is you don't see. That's the whole point.
Another thing, I feel like it's
really concerning.
I feel like it's kind of unfair that he's kind of come back and he's like, yeah, I'm the highest paid guy. Like, I got all this stuff in play. When that money could go to, like, first of all, no one should be making that much.
Because they saw Hugh Jackman come back.
But that could go to Benedict Cumberbatch, Pedro Pascal, Tom Holland, even. Like, I just feel like, you know,
you're right, Kevin.
Like, here to like be the highest paid actor. Like, I just feel like it's just, I just didn't like those like demands that he has. Like, oh, what's he's getting? Like, what do you like? The president of the United States? Like, what is this? Like, he has like security following him. Or, like, I don't know. Like, that rubbed me the wrong way. But I really hope that he is playing. And okay, we all have to come to the conclusion that this is happening, whether we like it or not.
Yeah.
I do not want him playing a Tony Stark variant. No, because
they already confirmed he is playing Victor Von Doom.
Yeah, like I rather him.
Well, at least unlike DC, we got clarification.
I rather he play Victor Von Doom because here's the thing: if you have him play a Tony Stark variant, that like you're just why didn't you would ask the question? Why didn't you just bring it back as Iron Man?
Yeah, that's true.
Like,
so this basically confirms, right? It will not confirms, but it confirms it has nothing to do with Iron Man whatsoever. They brought RDJ back because it was to get the fans back on board, and they needed something desperate to draw people in.
Yeah.
And what better way than having RDJ's name attached? Regardless of what we think of the story, Robert Downey Jr. is back in Marvel. You got people talking.
I noticed some people. Me and Darius talked about this the other day.
Fuck.
I would have rather like them recast Kang. I feel like
I said to these guys on the phone, and I don't know if he'd be down for this, but I'm sure he wouldn't mind the offer being there. I would have cast John Boyega. I would have said, John Boyega, bro, hey, we screwed you.
I think after everything that man went through with Star Wars,
after everything we did to you, would you like to be the big bad kicking the Avengers' arse? Like, I think John Boyega would have absolutely killed.
Yeah, they should have at least attempted to recast. They did. It's just kind of on Marvel's part, though, by making every Kane variant look like Jonathan Majors. That's kind of their fault.
But they can still work around that.
I know. I mean, they can retcon it anyway.
Yeah, it's just they shot themselves in the foot. But like,
I just feel like
there was a lack of effort to try and recast.
Yeah, because if you know the comics, King is a big character, and
it's annoying because I wanted Doctor Doom to come in and not be a multiversal Doctor Doom, to be a linear story, like a linear character that we grow with for like 2-3 phases. This is a fucking big bad villain.
I'm gonna add on to that. I've said this before in the chat in our calls, and I'll say it again. They should have kept with the original plan with the Phase 4 slate and had that Fantastic Four movie be at the end of Phase 4. And then we could have gotten a sequel in Phases 5 and 6. You could have built up Doom throughout that entire trilogy. So by the time we got to Secret Wars, Doom is an established character already. His rivalry with Reed is already established. Fantastic Four are well established at this point. And I think it would have flowed a lot better.
To be fair, but if they had these initial plans, I would agree with you. Like, we gotta remember, like, they didn't have like it was all about Kang and stuff. Like, and I'm kind of glad Fantastic Four is coming out later, where like the Marvel overhaul is taking place too. Because we gotta remember, like, if it came out like in Phase 4, there's a good chance it probably wouldn't have been that good. Like now, like,
yeah, that's true.
But I do get what you're saying though. But the thing about Doctor Doom, he is the best Marvel villain. There is no, like, you can have debates, but he is
and people can say, "Oh, well, there's no one better to play him than RDJ." It's like, well, no, there is.
There's
plenty of. Does that mean we only get him for 2 films? Especially because RDJ has probably said to them, I don't want to be around any longer than I need to. It's a 2-film picture deal with cameos probably for a few films. That means we have Doctor Doom for 2 movies.
Budget too. You're giving him 80 million.
But we have him for 2 films. Oh, but we can have a regular Doctor Doom afterwards. I don't care. Because then what happens is, right, let's say I'm the chosen one. Okay, I'm the chosen one. Then out of nowhere, they're like, oh, people really want RJ. They really want RJ as the chosen one. RJ, you're the chosen one. And then all of a sudden, Kevin, you're out of nowhere, you're the chosen one. People are like, well, why have we not got RJ? Like, it's going to be like that kind of thing of where when you go to a linear Doctor Doom, people are like, I want RDJ back. And then whoever steps into the role then is like, you've doomed them to fail. Like, you've doomed them. You've doomed them.
Yeah.
And we know what people are like in communities for glazing particular characters non-stop.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
honestly. So they'll glaze Doctor Doom so hard
because of the fact it's
RDJ rather than the character. And then no matter who you cast,
I'm just going to be straight up. I don't think RDJ can pull off Doom. I'm going to be completely honest here. RDJ is a good actor. I just don't think he can pull off Doom's personality, his energy. I just don't see it working. And even if, let's say they still do with the whole old Doom keeps his mask on the entire time, RDJ is just voicing him. But then again, why would you cast RDJ in that role at all? You could have gotten like a legit voice actor at that point.
You really could have. And I think what annoys me is just the fact that, yeah, it's great to see it and whatever else, and I'm happy for it. But if the trade-off is that we have Doom for 2 films and a couple of cameos versus having a Doctor Doom that we grow with as time progresses and a recasted Kang, then, you know, I would rather that. But, like, I don't think it's going to be bad. It's just I think it's going to be a hard sell to people when all they're going to see is Iron Man. You know?
Yeah.
That's the problem. It's going to be a hard sell. It's going to be a very, very hard sell. Now, RDJ is talented. The Russos are talented. The right writers, like, they've got all the right chips in place. But even the best creators can fail, you know? And it's not necessarily because they suck or anything. It's just the context in mind. When you've got Iron Man, now all of a sudden Doctor Doom, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's just a very 50-50 feeling that I have, you know? And yes, it's fun, but I would rather RDJ came back as Iron Man in Secret Wars as a one-off than Doctor Doom. For me personally, it feels like they knew Kang wasn't working. They knew that they were backed into a corner because of the whole Jonathan stuff. You know, they knew that they needed something really big and desperate to get people on board. So they did this.
Even if they try to fix this and do the thing, because you know how at the end of Secret Wars, Doom has his like his face is restored after Secret Wars, and they do something similar, but instead RDJ is played by a different person. That's how you just like, well, after the rebuilding of the multiverse, that's how he looks. No, fuck off with that.
No, just get out of here with that shit. Like, I really, how do I put this? It's not a knock on RDJ. I love that man. I do.
Me too.
It's just, I feel like
they could have gotten somebody else.
And forgive me for getting a bit personal here, but the other thing, as someone who's actually trying to make it in the business as an actual aspiring actor, to not get paid, to get paid chump change, to do basically like little things, or to work my ass off in passion projects for some very talented people, by the way. You know, we know people who are talented who absolutely deserve a look in, but because it's RDJ, it's not whether he's right for the role, whether he can play Doom well. You know, you two know, everyone in the chat, the Kings, whoever, you all know damn fucking well it's nothing to do with his acting ability. It's his name. That's what it is. It's his name. It's the same reason Ronaldo still plays football. It's the same reason other people do it. It's because the name, it sells. It's honestly,
you too, yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter if they still got it or not, or if they're up to par. The name alone gets the shirt.
Yeah, it gets people in the seats.
It again, like Danny, I don't know if you're still in the chat, probably not, but the great clip that describes it.
It's just good business.
Yeah, and the casual normie fan that doesn't give a fuck about the deeper stories of Marvel or the treatment of Doctor Doom or his Romani heritage will look at this and go, RDJ's back. Wait, why is his name Victor Von Doom? I thought it was Tony Stark. Now we're here.
Like, here's the thing.
Why is Joker not with Matt Reeves' Batman, and now you got this.
The thing that,
what's up, Amir?
The thing that Kevin and I agree with what you were saying earlier. Doom should be like, I don't like Doom should not be a 2-movie saga. It should be a whole, like it should
Doom
be like
is such
10
a big
years.
like you're saying, like Doom doesn't just fight the Fantastic Four. Like the Fantastic Four, his main adversary, sure. He's fought the Avengers, he fought everybody. Hell, you remember that first episode, the second season of Earth Giants Heroes? Doom was taking on both Fantastic Four and the Avengers by himself.
The thing is, like, it would be great to see. It'd be great to see him in the 2 films, but I would rather have a Doom that we're with for like 2 phases. So then, when he's beaten, it's so satisfying because it's 2 phases of bullshit. This motherfucker causes some damage.
Yeah, he's the Darth Vader of Marvel. Like if
he's Big Daddy.
Like with Doom, you can't. Here's the thing. I know they're probably gonna do it, we're probably. I want them to say
Barry that one time. He was like, "Say it with me, guys. Cash grab, cash grab."
Yeah.
Like I know that, like, Jesus. I know that him and Pedro are probably gonna have that. They probably want RDJ and Pedro like screen time and whatnot. But if you're gonna do a Doom in the future, don't have it. They should just have it to be Doctor Strange, or he's kind of like the main protagonist in the Avengers movies, or Spider-Man.
Cut you up less, so I put my hand up.
Okay.
I've just thought of I'm not. I just thought of something else, right? On what you just said, RJ. You just prompted an idea. Ding, 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 ding. Casting Pedro Pascal as Reed. You guys know how I feel about that. Like, it's not my first choice. I feel like it's more of a business move than anything.
Exactly. I'm not a fan of.
I'm not saying that he'll do a bad job, but it is a business move.
Yeah,
100%. 100%.
I do.
Here's another problem. No, it's business. Here's another problem. Face of Mandalorian. Face of Mandalorian. Like, come on. Here's another problem. Here's a man. All right, okay. Don't summon it into existence, Amir. But here's another.
He said, "I'm in heaven."
I mean, it's what happens when Miguel fans quieten down for a bit. But here's and Robbie fans get a bit, just chill. Anyway, I have no allegiance. But what I was gonna say, right, is Pedro Pascal was a business casting, 100%. Anyone who says otherwise, you're just delusional. It doesn't mean he's gonna do a bad job, or he's a bad actor, or he's not the right guy. It's just it was a business move. So arguably, he is the Tony Stark role going forward. He is that Tony Stark role, the brains, the leading man. Now, what you've done, this could be a double-edged sword. You've gone and got I almost said RJ then. RDJ back in a role, right? Now you have to get Reed Richards over with the fans, so you have to get Pedro Pascal over with us versus RDJ. A small problem, but it's another problem. It's gonna happen because there's gonna be people that are like, I'm rooting for Doctor Doom because it's RDJ.
But also, here's the thing, though. If you had the biggest point that I'm making with the RDJ with Reed versus Doom,
you're in heaven.
You do that, you can't do that in the future. You can't make if you want to do it in the future, you can't have Reed be the main character like Iron Man was in the Avengers movies. Like, you can't do that. Like, it has to be Doctor Strange or Spider-Man or somebody else. Like, you can't do it because.
But why?
No, I'm saying because if they're planning on having a Doctor Doom in the future post Secret Wars, and you are planning to do it long term, just like how the comics did it, it's Reed's the main guy against Doom. If you do that in Doomsday and Secret Wars, you can't do that again in the future because it's a rehash. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
It has to be a different character.
And that's my issue. Is I want it long term. It's the best rivalry in Marvel comic. Like in my opinion, it's the best. Like the only one that overtakes it is the only one that can level with it is Charles and Eric. But that's different because it's like a brother dynamic.
Yeah.
These are two people that actually actively hate each other.
Yeah,
They don't like each other, and it's a bitter fucking feud. And every time Doctor Doom wins, Reed feels like it's on him. It's on him every time. That's something the early Fantastic Four films got quite right.
That's why I feel like it should be Doctor Strange. Like, if they're planning on doing a Doom in the future, post Secret Wars.
Oh yeah, baby.
Have Reed take a step back. Probably not gonna happen. Have it be Strange or Spider-Man that's going head to head with Doom. That's like the main character against it. Like, because if you want to mirror like the Iron Man and Thanos of it all, like you can't have it be Reed if you're planning on bringing Doom back in post Secret Wars, because
that means we're not going to get Doctor Doom post Secret Wars.
I don't think we are either,
and I don't like that.
That's so
like
given. I hate that.
Call me emotional. I just don't like it. I don't like it.
This is why I'm really hoping that they actually do reboots after Secret Wars. They probably won't go full reboot, but just a reboot in general.
Reboot. It'll be.
I know, but just do like a reboot. Like do kind of like what they did in the DC comics of Crisis on Infinite Earths, where there's only like a few people remember the previous timeline. I also want people to
prepare for the fact, and I'm not saying this is going to happen, but a lot of signs are pointing to this. Any actor or actress that wants to stay in the role will stay. Post Secret Wars, I think they're going to recast.
Yeah.
Cap, Iron Man.
All the basically any character that we knew in the Infinity Saga that died or left is gonna come back and be recast.
And you know what? In a way, there is a good thing. There is one positive. It means we can have character interactions from
that we never got before.
Steve Rogers and Reed Richards and Tony Stark and Professor X and Spider. We can have all of that.
We could probably finally have a comic accurate Illuminati.
Yeah. So essentially, for context, for those in the chat who don't know, but most of you probably will, essentially, like with Crisis on Infinite Earths, it was done at a time when there were so many comic book lines, 50 of them going at once. So they put all of them together, rebooted into one Earth, and they recasted and restarted some characters. You're going to reestablish history and all that. Done. Say goodbye to Wesley Snipes. Say goodbye to Tobey Maguire. Say goodbye
to John Cena.
Say goodbye to John Cena. Say goodbye. Yeah, that's the phone. Yeah. Say goodbye to Andrew Garfield. Say goodbye to RDJ because there's no way they're bringing him back after this. Like this is probably.
I will be annoyed if they bring him back for a third time.
But essentially, another character. Once Multiverse is done and Secret Wars is over, they're gonna reboot the whole thing from fresh. And you're going to have a comic accurate Marvel Earth. So basically, MCU is going to be DCEU. Post Secret Wars, it's going to be DCU. It's going to be
it will probably go back to, you all remember the original MCU that they did have planned, where they did plan on having like the X-Men. Everybody was going to be connected. Namor was going to get his own movie. Man-Thing was going to get a movie.
And some people will say, well, where does that leave characters like Sam Wilson and things like that? Oh, they'll still be there. But the soft reboot post-Secret Wars is going to make him a sidekick again.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Guarantee
that's just how it goes.
Guarantee
I mean, that's basically what happened in the comics.
Because primarily, I love the X-Men and Fantastic Four. 100%. I love them. But now that the Avengers have embedded themselves in the zeitgeist and then bringing RDJ back, you've just shown that people can't live without Iron Man and Cap.
I know that's so stupid.
Here's the thing.
So they're going to reboot. Right? They're going to reboot the whole thing from scratch the minute Secret Wars is done.
As a fan, that really pisses me off. When you have, I'm gonna say it. I know that's gonna annoy you, Jacob. I know you don't have them fully. You have to share them with another company. You have fucking Spider-Man, who's bigger than anything. I'm sorry, Iron Man and Cap don't hold a candle. I don't care who's playing the characters. They don't hold a candle to Spider-Man.
Why would that annoy me? I agree with you. You don't know.
No, Spider-Man was the face of Marvel.
That annoyed me. What the fuck? I did.
Like, I'm sorry, they don't hold a candle to Spider-Man. Like,
yes,
like you have Spider-Man, Fantastic Four, Wolverine, X-Men. Those
bring back the original big three.
Right.
Bring back the original big three.
You know when basically Endgame had ended, and there was that time before WandaVision where they took a break. There's going to be a break when Secret Wars is done. I'd say for about a year and a half, and then characters are going to be rebooted.
Yeah, exactly. I was about to bring that up, Tristan. The original big three of Marvel: Spider-Man, Hulk, and Wolverine.
Yeah, exactly. So there will be soft rebooting. Now everyone's like, well, what does that mean? That means you're going to get every character that isn't played by an actor that wants to stay, let's say like Chris Hemsworth or Benedict Cumberbatch or Tom Holland, they're going to be recast.
Yeah. As much as I like Tom Holland as Spider-Man, I don't see him sticking around after his trilogy is done. In fact, for all we know,
the next one.
Yeah. For all we know, I think there's going to be a
three more.
I know some will say, "Oh, well, why would they do another Iron Man? They just killed him." I'm like, "Yeah, but guys, they're still making Alien films, so they're gonna do another Iron Man."
Also, Iron Man at this point has been dead for like 5 years now.
Yeah, and
I think probably do one more trilogy and that's it, and one movie.
Because I know what they're brewing up to. They're doing Secret Wars to bring all these timelines together, all these variants.
So they can have all these
characters. Clean house. Get them out of here. Get them in. Big hurrah. Yay. Out you go. Multiverse is closed. And then what's going to happen is Earth Prime.
Yeah.
Now, Earth Prime is going to have, let's say, Tom Holland Spider-Man on it. It's going to have the Fantastic Four, like Pedro's ones. It's going to have a rebooted X-Men where we don't see Wolverine for at least 2 films, for God's sake.
Hopefully. Have Wolverine off doing his own thing.
And the Avengers will be rebooted from scratch. So Chris Hemsworth will probably be there if he wants to stay, but they're probably going to say to him, look, once Secret Wars is done, buddy, we might recast you. That means I know fans are going to kick off, but
I could see Chris Hemsworth kind of being okay with that, because I think like
Tom Hiddleston might not be anymore as well.
Yeah, like he has fun with the role, but I think you can really tell that he's slowly getting like, I'm not sure if I'm going to stick around a little bit longer. Because I know they are planning to make a 5th Thor film, but I think it's his last one.
I don't know, because he's the one actor out of all the MCU. He doesn't really do like the whole thing of, I don't know if I'll come back. Like I think Chris Hemsworth, I mean, I say this in context, he's a good actor, but I think he knows what type of actor he is. A lot of people in Hollywood don't realize.
I agree with Zephyr saying that all roads are leading to a reboot. And I didn't want it to be the case because I wanted one linear universe. It was nice to have a linear universe, even if the trade-off was we didn't get Iron Man and Reed interacting, for instance, or the Avengers and the Fantastic Four clashing. I think Kevin Feige knows, and everyone at Disney and Marvel knows. Marvel Ultimate Alliance, for instance, they want to make that a reality post-Secret Wars. They want to have all the teams merging together. And you can't do that. You can't do that if you've got RDJ that doesn't want to come back and Chris Evans that doesn't want to come back.
And here's the thing, though.
So
I can't blame Kevin Feige when he wanted to do this in 2000s, and they and
he's got so much
companies. These companies laughed at him for wanting to do that.
Guys, I just had a thought.
I can't blame him for wanting to do that. I want to
just on a question. How would you guys feel about when they eventually reboot and recast, which I don't think is far off post Secret Wars? I think it's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Who are you going to put as Steve and Tony?
Ooh, that's another big one.
Rebooted characters, because that's another problem. Then you've got to get those rebooted characters over with the fans that have an attachment to Chris, and you've made it worse because you've cast RDJ as Doom.
Exactly.
You've made it worse.
Here's also the problem.
Oh shit.
Cap and Iron Man don't have a legacy character. They don't have a legacy continuation characters that can carry on their I mean, Cap he does with Bucky and Sam in the comics,
Bucky
but
and Sam, but not to
but not Tony though. Not Tony.
You gotta sell me on that Ironheart bullshit. And
but even then, Ironheart was kind of her own thing. Even in the comics, Riri was kind of doing her own thing. Tony helped her out.
Well. That's another reason a reboot and a recasting of Iron Man and Steve will happen is because who the fuck cares about Ironheart?
I'm gonna put this out there. Riri should have been introduced in the Champions project because I know a lot of people didn't. I know a lot of people didn't care about Ironheart until Champions or something. Because it's like you said in our chat, there's some people that work better as a team up character.
I just cast this guy.
I'm too old.
because
for what they're going for, I'm too old.
You're perfect height. You'll be fine.
Hey, it's Hollywood. They cast 35-year-olds to play teenagers all the time.
They still cast me to play a teenager. RJ, I believe in you. If you have a dream, you can make it happen. But like, there's also that's the other thing. Characters like Ironheart. If there's a soft reboot happening, I don't mind what happens to Ironheart at all. I really couldn't give a shit.
I can tell you right now, if a soft reboot is happening, you won't see characters like She-Hulk. You won't see Ironheart. You probably won't see Captain Marvel.
No, because they're tertiary characters. Then you have to reintroduce them again, and some of them can be reintroduced properly.
Because here's the thing,
not ham-fisted in there. But here's the other thing. Before you carry on, some characters work better as an ensemble and not individual.
Ironheart is one of them.
Carry on, RJ.
Like the thing about like Ironheart, She-Hulk.
There you go. If you have to ask, you don't know.
Those shows were not like, though. I think like Bob Chapek was like pushing projects to happen that Kevin Feige didn't want to do, and it's the result of that. Like
they really fumbled the bag with She-Hulk. I'm so disappointed with that because I love She-Hulk so much.
Yeah, no, I agree. She-Hulk is a good character, man. That show
is a good character.
Oh, I saw a post the other day. Someone said, "Oh, Deadpool's shaking his ass is one thing. Why are people loving that instead of She-Hulk?"
It's a different. I saw that too. It's different. It's
a different context. And one, it's funny, and two, he's doing it tongue in cheek. He's not doing it to. I'm just gonna call it what it is, to whore himself out there.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Honestly, we went from "Don't waste your life, Tony Stark" to "Ooh." Like,
I think if they go the reboot route,
sorry for getting vulgar there, people. I really do not like what that show did with She-Hulk at all.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a combination of a new universe / what they did with what was it? Yeah, what was like all new, all different Marvel. You know, Sam was Captain America, Kamala Khan was Miss Marvel, Miles Morales was Spider-Man. Also, Miles was brought into the main 616, stuff like that. Then they later gave us Champions and all these newer characters. Yeah. Laura was the main Wolverine because at that point Logan was still dead and encased in adamantium. Here's the thing: I'd be fully on board if Laura was the main Wolverine for a bit and they held off on Logan. I'm gonna be completely honest. I know I'm probably getting a lot of hate for that.
Until they do a reboot post Secret Wars, then I think they should.
Yeah,
I agree.
Because it's once Secret Wars is done, it's inevitable clean slate for every character. Besides exceptions like Tom Holland.
And they're definitely going into Mutant Saga post Secret Wars anyway.
But I just
I want the mutants to be center stage for a phase because I think it could really work. You could do so many interesting stories with that.
And for once,
give me a Magneto film. I'd watch the hell out of that.
Men.
Here we go.
Well, no, but I'm right though. Come on, let's just keep it a buck here. I'm right.
I got this shirt on Amazon, Amir, but you can get it. You can get this Cobra Kai shirt anywhere now. Like it's on the Cobra Kai shop. It's on Netflix.
Hold on, sorry, Kevin, to cut you off. You fucking dick. You know exactly what you're doing. It's not just from a Cyclops standpoint. It's Cyclops, Storm, Rogue, Jubilee, Jean, all of them. And then imagine this: a whole phase of build up to the Phoenix Saga. A whole phase of build up.
No, do not do Phoenix Saga. Do not do Phoenix Saga. No.
I think properly it could work if they did it right.
I'm sick of seeing the Phoenix Saga. I'm sorry.
The problem is they try and ham-fist it and cram it all in one movie.
I've seen it done one too many times. I saw it in the movies.
No, here's the thing. No,
I saw it in Wolverine, the X-Men. I saw it in the '90s show. Like I'm just, I don't.
Well, here's the thing, though.
I'm sorry.
Here's the thing. In live action, it could work. If it's done probably for a phase, it will work.
If it's a phase, like
I know, it's just that
because the problem with the 2000s is that they did a trilogy. They did the Phoenix Saga. I understand they were older, but they didn't earn it at all. They did the Phoenix Saga.
Don't even get me started on the actual Dark Phoenix. I tell you what, Kevin, if I make you, this might make you smile. I sat this mofo through that whole film.
Oh, I am so sorry, RJ.
No, I did not watch.
RJ was pissed. RJ, tell the Kevin and everyone in the chat how angry you were at the end of that film.
Like the Phoenix Saga is one of my favorite X-Men storylines. So when I saw that movie, because I did not watch it when it came out, I was like, I'm not watching it. I finally sat down to watch it with Jacob, right?
Oh, I was having fun.
When that ended, I was like, that is disgraceful.
Did it actually piss you off?
Yes, they put a scene.
And what's the only good scene in that film is Charles and Thingy at the end.
And a
playing
scene that's not earned too. And it's not earned either.
And it's not earned. It's the only good scene in the thing, and it's not earned.
Only good thing that came out of that movie for me is Michael as Magneto. He was like the only good
I'm
character.
sorry, Nightcrawler is he had me laughing in that movie.
It's just the way Nightcrawler was like, ah!
No disrespect to the actor, like he had a shit script, but
oh yeah, 100%.
RJ, did you not enjoy the greatness of Jean Grey's like face turn WWE style?
Listen, Sophie Turner is a decent actress, but she's
not Jean Grey. I'm sorry. I don't care if people call me whatever. I don't see.
Sorry, she's got to be one of the biggest miscasts I've ever
I don't see Jean Grey. Now, Famke was Jean. Now that's Jean.
Yeah, she was Jean.
I think she should have. I think she should have played a different actor or a different character. Sorry.
Here's the thing, right? And also on that,
well, they were going with
when the mutant saga is officially entered in, I want these characters done justice. I want them all done. I want to actually see the backstories and the journeys of Storm and her journey and how powerful she becomes and her past events and what makes her into the person she becomes.
Yeah.
You know, the OG X-Men, Archangel, Beast. You know?
Oh, did you know that we were originally supposed to get
Cyclops again? Like cast Glenn Powell as Cyclops if they don't get him as Green Lantern. Cast him as Cyclops.
You know.
Then who can hate on him?
Honestly, cast him as Cyclops because I was a big advocate for Glenn Powell to be Booster Gold, and they're not doing. And it seems like they're not doing that right now.
No, they're not doing that. They're casting the guy from Kenobi and Eternals. Anytime I see that guy in a project, I instantly don't want to watch.
Like, I don't hate him as an actor, but like, I'm sorry, I do. And no, it's not just because he's a race swap. I just don't. I don't see Booster Gold for him. I'm sorry.
Thank you. I don't see it.
And I think he tries a little too hard to be funny sometimes. You know.
Look, it's the White Wolf.
No, even Quicksilver couldn't save that movie. No, what they did to Quicksilver and Dark Phoenix, oh my god. Oh, another thing, you all remember at I honestly think they should have ended that saga with Apocalypse. I thought Apocalypse was even though Apocalypse was an ant movie, I think it had a decent ending.
I think it's overhated. I don't think it's too bad.
Like, it set up a new X-Men team.
I'll take that over Dark Phoenix.
I'll watch X-Men Apocalypse 10 times over Dark Phoenix.
Yeah. Oh my! Don't even get me. You saw those suits at the end of Apocalypse, right? And they swapped them out for like, what is it, the Grant Morrison suits or whatever comic that's from? I'm like, come on.
Sorry.
And that again, that goes back to the old school argument. Oh well, it was in the comics. Well, just because it's in the comics, it doesn't mean we need to see it. You don't give me. You do not give me Optimus Prime and then give me Scrappy Doo. You do not give me Optimus Prime and then give me Scrappy Doo. That's not what you do.
I was willing to let it slide at first because I thought it was going to be one of those things. Oh, they're like space. They're like their own like flight or space suits. They're going to wear that in that specific mission. And then when they went to face Jean, they were going to be back in their classic suits from Apocalypse. No, that didn't fucking happen.
No, that didn't happen. Also, sidelined the whole movie.
And just like what Sony did to the TASM 2 trailers, they basically flat out spoiled Mystique's death in the trailer.
Don't bring that company up, please. Don't do it. I have my issues with that company, man.
Oh, me too.
Well, no, let's talk about that for a second.
Okay, let's talk about the fact that Sony was a trash company back then and flat out spoiled Gwen's death in those trailers before the movie came out.
What the hell is wrong with you? I'm really asking.
They literally spoiled it about a costume design. That's the exact same.
All right, let's talk about Gail Benecker.
It's not even that. They legit show a shot of her falling, and they show another shot of Andrew with his face with the mask off crying, and you can literally see the strands of blonde hair. Somebody didn't do their job as an editor to edit that shit out. Like, it was so obvious. Now keep in mind, I was in sixth grade when that movie came out. I was in sixth grade when that movie came out. I was able to catch that. Like, come on.
So let's talk about Sony and Spider-Man because this is important. Because we were talking about this the other day. Nightcrawler. Yeah. No.
Gambit. Yeah. Oh man.
Right. So with Spider-Man, okay. We talked about on that call that we had about how it will be for him to see RDJ as, you know, the villain.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm not trying to stir up any angry feelings, RJ, but I think it's well documented that you do not want Spider-Man to be on Battleworld. You really don't. Now, I don't want it to be on Battleworld either.
Me neither. Like, how's that even going to work? A solo Spider-Man film taking place on Battleworld?
But big, however. This is a brand, not even just Sony, Marvel. They're very notorious for changing shit whenever the story warrants it. And like I said, No Way Home, when that movie opens, the ambience and the tone, you've got a good movie in there, which isn't a multiverse film with two other Spider-Men. You've got a movie of Tom Holland Spider-Man on the run. Like, you've got a really haunting, like that, just that first 10 seconds of Mysterio doing the dialogue and the Columbia logo. RJ, what's your thoughts on this movie being, what do you want? Street level, come on, tell the people.
Listen,
man.
I want this movie with street. I've always been a big advocate for street level Marvel. It's my favorite. It has my favorite storylines in Marvel Comics with Daredevil, Spider-Man, Kingpin, Captain America, Bucky. Like, I love street level Marvel. I think that's where Marvel's. That's where it
shines.
Like street level and Earthbound.
Yeah. If the rumor is true of this movie, if the rumor is true about this movie potentially being a Battle World and being another multiverse movie, I'm gonna be pissed off.
Me too.
And it's not just gonna be me. It's gonna be like,
it's gonna be a lot of people. It's gonna be everybody. Here's the thing: Tom Holland Spider-Man is already divisive enough as is. That's just gonna add another more fuel to the fire.
And the thing is, though, there's reports that Tom wants this to be a street level movie. Kevin Feige wants it to be a street level movie. Well, I just don't see how, like, with the way No Way Home ended, how are you gonna, like? We need to see where Peter is at in his life right now after that ending.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you negate that when you're just like, okay, multiverse, Battle World, like. What's he gonna do in Battle World? Like, who's he gonna like? What are we doing? How's he gonna get there? Like, no one, not Doctor Strange doesn't know who he is. Like, how are you gonna? You're gonna undo the spell just so we can have a movie take place in Battle World, like which you don't need to.
Wait,
by the way,
is Doctor Strange gonna be in this movie?
No, not that I know
of. Better not. He better not. I mean, Doctor Strange is gonna be in that Spider-Man cartoon where they changed the landscape 8 times.
That I'm not excited for that show anymore. Anyway. What I want from this movie, with what No Way Home set up.
Oh yeah, you saw how Spider-Man gets his powers.
You're like, I'm not even excited for that anymore
in that cartoon.
No, because no. Okay, no. Before I even get back to Spider-Man 4, no. I have to rant now.
Yeah, me too. I'm gonna join you. I'm gonna join you on that because I have all the screenshots from D23 of that shit.
I got receipts. I love it.
Give me a second.
I love this character so much.
Well, hold on. No. We are Venom. No, we love this character so much.
We love this character so much. I feel like that.
Yeah, no one mentioned Venom. Please.
Even in the past movies, even in the past Spider-Man movies, and even like we take like with No Way Home. Right, with this company, like No Way Home was so great, so good, and it all like we're getting back to the classic Spider-Man, and now we have to worry because of Sony. Because when you hear reports about they want it to be a multiverse movie, where Tom Holland wants it to be a street level movie.
Every time I feel like Walter White when it's like it's always been just 3 steps forward, 2 steps back. This whole process is so okay.
Like, and I'm not saying these projects they could be good. Funny enough, I didn't want Toby and Andrew to be in No Way Home. I didn't. Like when
they were a huge advocate for that.
I was a huge advocate against it. I was like,
honestly, I would have been fine if they did Tom Holland He's just on his own with his identity.
But what No Way Home strength
they could have done a cool.
You could take Andrew.
They could have done something where somebody
sends
sends Craven after Peter because his identity is known to the world. It could be like Craven and I don't know.
But where No Way Home strength is you could take those guys out the film and it's still good. It's still good without them. So you add them in and it's just
Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man with this show. It was originally the premise of it was gonna be a prequel to Tom's Spider-Man, like probably like a 1 season or 2 season show. I would have preferred that. Like,
but then they changed the plans of that show like 18 times.
They did a complete overhaul and said, you know what, this is a completely new idea. They got so many characters in this show.
And they still have Iron Man is supposed to be in the show still.
They got Doctor Strange, Daredevil,
they got Daredevil, Iron Man.
I think
Norman, Magic is supposed to be in it. Also, you want me? Let's talk about this change to his origin. So they made a change to his origin, right? I'm just gonna read out, and I'm gonna let everybody decide what they think. Peter will get his powers from a spider.
Sorry, it was the way you cleared your voice. It was the way you cleared your voice as you did. You know, I'm just gonna go grab my drink. Right. You guys hold the fort. I'll be right back.
All right. Peter will get his powers from a spider.
You have to do this.
All right. Peter will get his powers from a spider. That's still the same, right?
All right. Okay. Wait. Forget my drink. Say that again, Kevin. Sorry.
All right. Peter will get his powers from a spider. Okay. That part's the same. Here's the kicker. That falls through one of Doctor Strange's portals while he's fighting Venom. That's how he gets the spider. That's how he gets bit. That's how he gets his powers. I'm being dead ass. This is straight from what they said at
Evan, no, you're trolling me right now.
No, I'm being dead ass. Oh, also they're fighting symbiotes in the first season.
No, Kevin, you're trolling me.
So
that's not actually. That's not actually a thing, right?
No, it is. Like, look, there's a legit symbiote on the character.
Get that
roster.
shit out of my face, Sony.
Oh yeah, they're also doing Future Foundation in the first season as well.
So the Fantastic Four?
You haven't earned it.
I don't know.
Did you see what they're doing so much in this one?
Oh no!
I understand that they can have like 20 episodes, but still.
Who's spearheading this? Is it Sony that are fully in charge of this?
No. This is Disney.
Yeah.
This is Disney.
Nah. What's going on over there?
Because remember, the animated Spider-Man.
No, have you guys ever seen that fucking original Force Awakens opening where it was Luke Skywalker's hand holding the lightsaber in Empire Strikes Back, floating through space, and it lands on Jakku?
Mm-hmm.
This is as dumb as that, and that was fucking stupid.
Oh yeah. Also, you remember that?
Talk about convenient.
Have any of you seen The Runaways?
Yeah.
So Nico Monroe, she's going to be Peter's classmate. So that's another character they're throwing into the series for some reason.
What's this?
So here's a rundown of what happened in the clip that they showed at D23.
Oh Jesus!
Peter arrives at Midtown High, a Doctor Strange appearance, a portal opening with a Venom symbiotic villain. That's what I showed you. Nico Monroe being attacked by said villain before Peter steps in. Peter then gets bit by the. Okay, so Peter tries to fight a symbiote without powers.
Oh,
what the? Also, Norman Osborn mentioned
is the person who wrote the Acolyte writing this, or
I don't know. Oh yeah. Also, like their whole concept for this was that it's basically what if Peter was being mentored by Norman Osborn instead of Tony. They even have like that whole scene where Norman is in the place of Tony, and they said, "Oh, it's the same thing, but this time Norman has questionable methods." Like, what is happening? What is going on? Like, I don't understand the decisions that are being made here. If this was being made by Sony, I could understand.
Yeah, then I'd understand. I expect this from Sony. This is a very Sony thing to do.
Exactly. Why tie Nico in at all? Like,
she's a cool character, but
yeah, but if you want to have somebody like another like younger Marvel character be tied,
I'm gonna get a donut. Fuck this, I'm getting a donut. Be right back.
They could have put in like literally any. I would have much rather they put Shadowcat in there because at least there's some established history between Kitty and Peter in the comics. Well, in the Ultimate Universe, anyway.
And I think White Tiger is supposed to pop up in here too.
I don't know, but White Tiger was supposed to be in Daredevil, not this.
I know that, but I thought I heard a rumor. I don't know. Like,
Oh, are you talking about like the rumor of like what was it? Jenna Ortega was supposed to play like White Tiger in a project or something that was going around for a while.
no, I think it was like I don't know. It was something, but I do know White Tiger is going to be in Daredevil. But
yeah,
that why didn't they just okay? What they should have done, they should have just made
none
it.
of it, perhaps.
Okay, but they should just did what they originally intended
damn,
to
that
do.
looks like a good donut.
Jeez, that looks great.
Yeah,
1 or 2 seasons show about Tom's origin in the MCU, and then you bring back the 90, like the original animated series, because X-Men 97 proved that we're bringing stuff back, or
they could have brought back Spectacular Spider-Man.
I was just getting ready to say that too.
And Cyclops is a good character, and Storm's a good character, but you know.
But what I wanted to do, what I want for back to the more important Spider-Man project.
Yeah,
what I want from Spider-Man 4, and I can speak for a whole lot of fans that want this. I want a street level movie with Spider-Man and Daredevil in it.
Oh hell yeah!
We're taking on Kingpin, Scorpion. Hell, you can even put in the Sylvesters, like what are they called again? I forget what they're called.
Oh, the Enforcers,
the Smites, like some of that.
Oh, that ugly fucker.
Oh, are you talking about like the guy that made the Spider Slayers from the 90s cartoon?
That's what they're called. Yes.
Yeah.
Like that's what I want.
Throw Tombstone. Like expand, like something I've always wanted them to do. Expand on the criminal underworld of New York, because I
want some gangster shit up in this bitch. Like, come on.
All we really got was Kingpin.
Let's go.
Like, give me Hammerhead and the Maggia. Give me
Tombstone. Did you
his territory.
I want some gangster shit up in this bitch.
Spider-Man literally is a rival to the criminal underworld.
Yeah.
Like, we have Tombstone.
Oh, Spider-Man has been a thorn in Wilson Fisk's side for years. I mean, he fights Daredevil too, but
Tombstone, Hammerhead. Like, could you imagine the opening scene before, like, the opening of the Marvel Studios logo when Spider-Man?
Oh, it's like a gang war between like Tombstone's guys and Hammerheads, and then Peter
like meeting with Kingpin and stuff.
Basically, the Spider-Man game opening, but yeah.
But this time, here's the kicker: because of what Peter's gone through, he's going to be a bit like how Andrew said he was. Peter doesn't crack a single joke in that entire fight scene. He's just going ham on these guys.
Like, I don't know if you guys like keep up with like the scoopers out there.
Scoopers.
Alex Perez. I don't know if you know who that is, Kevin, but he's like a reliable guy.
Oh yeah, I've seen a few.
RJ, can you say that line right there real quick?
Scooper. Oh, Spider-Man runs the streets. He part of the hood. Yeah. So, like, Alex Perez has been saying that Kingpin's gonna be in the movie, and like it's gonna be a shitload movie. Like, he's been saying that it is, and I really hope that's true. Like,
me too. I want a street level Spider-Man film. We haven't really gotten a street level Spider-Man film since Homecoming.
Peter and Matt Murdock's friendship.
They have to nail that,
good, bro.
Because when it comes to superhero interactions and relationships, when it comes to Spider-Man, it comes down to two groups: Peter and Daredevil, and Peter and the Fantastic Four. Because a lot of people don't notice, Peter and Johnny Storm are best friends in the comics.
Yes, I can't wait to see him and Joseph Quinn.
They should really do something with him, Johnny, and Bobby Drake. I stand by it.
That would be dope. Like,
like what they did in the Ultimate Comics.
Yeah, them two and Bobby Drake. Because then you've got one for the Avengers, you've got one for X-Men, and you got one for Fantastic Four. One for all three.
Oh, I saw that rumor. I don't think they're going to do Mr. Negative this early. I think they're going to save him for like a 5th movie or something.
Save him. Because if they go the route like the game did, where he's linked to Miles, then save him.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I know people don't like when some Marvel characters show up in like the MCU Spider-Man films, but listen,
therapeutic to you, by the way.
Yes, it does. Yes,
give me more. Give me more small team up projects. Help. We see heroes help each other out in like smaller adventures all the time. I love that.
There's rumors that Kate Bishop might pop up in this movie. I don't care as long as it's street level. I know people don't want a lot of they don't want like some other MCU characters popping into Spider-Man movies. But that's just this thing with Disney and Sony. We have to live with that. That's just a deal that they have.
I'd argue Spider-Man's like that character that has the most.
I don't want certain people, but yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, But listen, as long as it's street level, you can have John Berthal's Punisher in here. I don't care. Just make it street level.
Yeah, John Bernthal in that.
Honestly, I'd be down for that. I mean, from what I remember in his
shooting
history,
people.
Punisher was originally a Spider-Man villain before they like reworked his character, I believe.
Yeah. Like, please, like, could you imagine? You have like, because there's a rumor that Kate Bishop might pop up here. I don't care as long because apparently, like Kingpin, what he wants.
Yeah, there's a rumor that RDJ's back as
Breaking news: RDJ will be playing.
Breaking news: RDJ is back as he's Doctor Doom. Shit.
But like,
Devil's Reign, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, Devil's Reign. Like, that's a great comic. Like, that's basically what this.
You say?
No, Devil's Reign. But
Sorry,
that's like like Kingpin goes after a bunch of vigilantes.
Yeah, exactly, Hawk. I love that storyline with Yeah, Jonathan Hickman did a good job with Fantastic Four, and he really nailed the Peter and Johnny dynamic during his run. And that scene between Peter and Franklin when he's comforting him about Johnny's death, telling him about Ben. Love that scene. But carry on. Sorry for interrupting.
Oh no, you're good. But
I'm bloody
the thing is, like,
I can't take this shit, man.
What are you talking about?
I'm just tired of this fucking shit.
I'm just tired of it. But Daredevil Born Again is setting up
like shit.
I'm so sick of this shit. Daredevil Born Again is like setting up the Devil's Reign comic. They're basically taking inspiration from that. And
like Fisk is running from there in that
comic.
You didn't hear read
I haven't even read it.
But
I thought it would be a dick.
I'm also very curious how they're going to sell the idea of Kingpin running for mayor in the MCU.
Yeah, he's a corrupt fucker, so I don't.
Yeah. Then again, I guess he would fit in politics, but I'm just going to leave that.
I don't want to say it. I'll put in the chat. They might. I don't think they'll do this, but they.
Stop! Right, just come on. I'm waiting and anticipating. I just dropped the phone on my fucking toe. That hurt. Ow! I'm waiting in anticipation. Waiting in anticipation.
I mean, I wouldn't put it past them.
Yeah, it's probably gonna happen. I mean, someone will be happy about that. Someone will be happy about that.
Mr. Pilgrim. My name is Matthew Battelle.
Oh, Jesus. I need to go back to the gym.
If they do Devil's Reign, they're going to need to do a lot of build-up. Especially when it comes to street level guys.
I think that's what Daredevil Born Again is going to be, but I don't think this ends with like Born Again season 2 or Punisher.
Oh no, it's going to be like Kingpin. I think they already set up that Wilson Fisk. He's going to pop up in a bunch of projects.
Yeah, this is going to be a long
which is good because Vincent D'Onofrio deserves it. He's such a good actor.
Oh yeah, he's amazing.
Yeah, he's great. I
just saw your comment, RJ.
Yeah, it's yeah, RJ's making moves.
Not me.
All things anyhow. Yeah.
Because with street level, like all we really have is Daredevil, Spider-Man, and I guess Kate Bishop. But that's
the thing is, I know that someone showed me a post. There's a shot in the trailer. Spoilers of Vanessa and Kingpin sat at the table, and there's the blood thingy on the wall.
Oh yeah, I said that to you.
You sent that to me, which is in the actual show. So the Netflix shows are basically they're canon. Canon confirmed.
It has like the same like blood splatter on
with that. Where does that leave Iron Fist? Because I know they'll keep Luke Cage. Like Mike Cole, like he's great. I know they'll keep Kristen Ritter. I know that they've already confirmed they're keeping John and Charlie. Where does that leave Iron Fist? Because I want Danny Rand to be a fucking badass, and it's a bit awkward if he's the only one of the Defenders that's not. It would be weird to not have him there, but I feel like they might recast him.
I hope they do. I'm sorry. He's not Danny Rand.
I need Danny Rand to be.
Get him out of here. Get him out of here.
Right, Danny Rand.
This man was refusing to train for choreography in his own show.
I'm sorry, Danny Rand is the definition of the token Channing Tatum that's at every freaking cookout, right? He's bad to the bone. He can kick ass. He's a martial artist. This guy is... Bless you, Jacob. He's a Shang-Chi level, if not higher. And I want him to get his justice and his shine. And I want to see him shine. I think Iron Fist is a character that people would fucking love.
Yeah.
But the show hasn't really hasn't got him over. So
yeah, we only got like one somewhat update on Iron
do.
Fist, and it's not even on Danny Rand.
They might do this thing where they don't necessarily recast Danny Rand.
But they put him like in the mask.
But maybe, just maybe, they kill him off screen or something. And they
oh no! Oh no!
Because I want Danny Rand, but I don't know. It's such an interesting situation because you got Daredevil and Punisher back, so it's confirmed. Netflix
oh, there's also another thing.
Danny
doesn't have the fist anymore, does he?
Oh, RJ's favorite line.
Didn't the show end with him giving the power to
Colleen?
what was her? Her.
Yeah,
I guess.
I mean, she's cool, but I want Iron Fist, man.
Yeah,
it's one of my favorite Marvel characters.
Danny Rand.
It's one of my favorite. Danny is one of my favorite. I mean, it's one of my.
I
want
a Heroes for Hire project. So
yes,
bad.
and we're getting the characters to do it.
Street level Marvels.
It is.
No, but we're in the fucking multiverse. I never said that, Amir. Don't start that. Don't start that in the comments.
Start what?
Oh, you know.
Oh, he wants
to smoke.
He wants to smoke stuff.
This is a different kind of stream.
Yeah. But on a somewhat related note on Iron Fist, for what was shown for the Wakanda series, there is an Iron Fist that's going to show up in the show. They just said Iron Fist. They never said Danny Rand.
Wait, hang on. How many? Let me try and think. Let me go through the archives and see which Iron Fist. Hang on.
The archives,
because there's one that I was reading up on the other day. Hang on. How many? Because I'm trying to think. Think. There's more than one.
Yeah, let me pull up all the stuff I saw from the Wakanda.
I think I know what one they might go with. It's not going to be Danny Rand. It's too. Timeline doesn't match up.
No, it's not.
Where is it?
Oh, here we go. Yeah.
Iron Fist World War II, I reckon.
Maybe.
Because I really like Iron Fist. I think his character is fucking badass. And you know what? I think on a street level, you need someone like Iron Fist on job. Hot take, right? Or not hot take. I think actually kind of a common opinion. They underpowered Iron Fist in those Netflix shows so much.
No, it's like if you read the comics, like Iron Fist, like he stands on business
out of everyone on that team.
No, did you see that comic where Iron Fist like broke a helicarrier in half with one punch?
Yeah. And dude, I hate how it did this thing where he's got one. He's got two. He's got one. He's got two. And look, I love Luke Cage to pieces, right? We all do. But
Iron Fist beat the shit out of him.
Punch from Iron Fist, you're getting sent all the way back.
Like, especially if Iron Fist is going all out. Like, yeah.
And I love
like, even if you want to make the argument that Luke probably wouldn't be hurt by it, it would still send him flying through like.
And I love Daredevil too. He's top G in this mofo. Like, he's great and hand to hand.
Danny would. I'd argue Danny would beat his
Iron
ass.
Fist is chopping him and all.
Danny just is a much better fighter.
They underpowered him so much, and it really frustrated me.
Yeah.
I was like, this is really annoying. Like Danny Rand is powerful.
Yeah, it's gonna be a pass Iron Fist because they said the Wakanda is gonna span over multiple time periods. Take that as you will. Which, I mean, I think we all kind of assumed that was going to happen because the whole premise is going to be expanding Wakanda.
With them bringing street level back and stuff, I think that's a prelude to them bringing Iron Fist into the mix.
Yeah, in some fashion.
I think Luke Cage will be first. I think Luke Cage.
How would you feel though? They bring back Iron Fist, but it's not Danny; it's somebody else. Like they could do like what they did in the comics, where it's like, what's his name? Swordmaster becomes Iron Fist, like he's the current Iron Fist or something.
We see they're in such a
man, they better bring back Stick. I need him in the Daredevil Stick.
Oh, I
thing is,
love
funny.
Stick.
the problem.
Like Stick was an
funny, dude.
asshole, but
you
I don't
also
know.
they're also backed into a corner because if you bring John Bernthal and Charlie Cox back, arguably the two best out of everyone.
Oh yeah,
like,
also there's
you
like
start
it's
bringing Luke
heavily
Cage and everyone
rumored
else back,
that
and you
Jessica
don't-
Jones is going to appear in Bourne again.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
she's
and
gonna-
if
she's
you
gonna
bring
do
those
it.
guys back and you don't bring Danny Rand back, then
Yeah.
Finn Jones, I mean, he's gonna kick off. He's gonna be like, well, why am I the only? Well, maybe if you committed to the role more. I'm sorry. How do you're in a show, right? On
About
one of
where
the
there's-
most underrated Dark Horse Marvel characters that is a bad to the bone motherfucker,
and
you
who
don't
is
wanna
heavy
bring-
in hand-to-hand combat, and
This
You're
guy,
telling-
man.
Yay!
you're telling me you're not
Not
going to
based on-
commit to the fight choreography? Okay, buddy.
I'll say this, Amir, just before you go. Not based on what I've heard. Anyhow, carry on. I'm just saying I'm right.
Yeah.
But you know, it really annoys me because I want Danny Rand front and center with the other guys.
Oh,
He's
me
a key
too.
character. And quite frankly, in the street level guys, yes, Luke Cage puts in work. Yes, Daredevil's bad to the bone. Yes, Punisher helps out as well. But Luke Cage, like with Luke Cage and all them guys, yeah, they're cool. But Iron Fist gives them some supernatural edge. Like, you know, he gives them some fucking power. Like, I mean, when they start fighting like crime bosses all over the freaking joint, you know, he can take out places by himself. You know, like it's sticky. Because the thing is, if they've got rumored to have Kristen Ritter in the show, John Bernthal and Charlie are back. It's only a matter of time before Luke Cage shows up in a project somewhere. Then you leave
in
Iron
some
Fist
form
for
or
last.
fashion.
Yeah, if Finn Jones is up for it and he commits to it, then I'd say bring him back.
Yeah,
But
if he just says no,
commit.
if he says no, they'll probably get I already forgot the actress's name.
And the thing is, they'll have to, because unlike the Netflix shows, and I say this in a nice way, I'm not knocking the Netflix shows, but there was a different set of expectations. Now you're coming into the big boy league. And the thing is,
because even though it was
that,
somewhat implied to be in the MCU, it was very much in its own corner, doing its own thing.
yeah, so you could get away with certain things. But now you're going into the big boy league. And the thing is, Shang-Chi was here first. I may not like it, but Shang-Chi was here first.
Yeah.
So, quite frankly, you need Iron Fist to be... Iron Fist is way cooler and better than Shang-Chi. But for some reason, Shang-Chi now has... But Shang-Chi now has more aura, as the kids say today. So if you bring Iron Fist in now and it's Danny Rand, it's a landslide. Like,
it pains me to say because I love my boy Shang-Chi. I love my boy... I love my favorite Chinese hero, someone who's half Chinese. Yeah, Danny's better. I'm sorry. It pains me to say it in my soul. It pains me to say it because we finally got a Chinese superhero on the big screen. Yeah, Danny's better.
Danny's that dude.
He is. But if they bring in Finn Jones as Danny Rand, he ain't shit.
Oh hell no. I'm sorry. Either have that man.
I think MODOK would have more impact. I'm not a dick.
Yeah. Is that MODOK series still going?
Oh,
or was
better
it
not be.
Or was it canceled after that first season?
Like literally trim off the fat. Like trim off the fat.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, let's see. What else is there for
it just really annoys me when they underpower a character for the most bullshit reason. I hate it.
Yeah.
Yo, you mad, bro? Oh, I saw your most recent comment. You mad, bro? Appreciated that.
See, let's.
I don't know. What a good stream, guys. What a good stream.
Yeah.
Go through a lot of shit, man. This is great. This is good. And it'll be even greater, even sweeter when Darius and Noah are here with us as well.
Yeah.
Just before any kind of wrapping up or anything like that, do you guys have anything you want to touch upon for like the final 10 minutes?
You guys want to touch upon like some of the D23 stuff? I got like all the screenshots and everything.
Yeah, we could do a little round robin and go through them.
Yeah, we could start off with the Eyes of Wakanda because we kind of already touched on that. Thank you, Adrian. Love my boy Shang-Chi. Aside from an Iron Fist is going to show up, we already touched upon how the show is going to take place over multiple time periods. Let's see here. This isn't a really big thing because this was kind of assumed it was going to be the animation style. It's going to be a combination of 3D and CGI. I mean, that was kind of assumed because it's probably going to be similar to What If and Marvel Zombies, and I'll probably touch upon Marvel Zombies after this.
Yeah, I want to see that.
In Eyes of Wakanda, war dogs are sanctioned to Project Wakanda's to protect. Sorry, I can't fucking read Wakanda's secrets. And like I said earlier, the series will span across multiple time periods. Let's see. A clip was shown at D23. A character named Noni fighting off invaders on a ship. So that could be interesting. I don't know if that's supposed to be like a big character, or if that's going to be like someone like in the far past. So that could lead to something interesting.
That could be used. That could be good.
Todd Harris developed the series, who served as a storyboard artist behind many modern action films. So there's that. Let's see. Anything else?
Oh yeah, that's the thing. LA School, like they nerfed him, and he still walked all the defenders, but he would do way more damage.
Yeah. Okay, that's pretty all I can find on the Wakanda stuff. Let's see.
I'm interested to see what they do with that going forward. I think the one thing they'll do with anything Wakanda based, is it will be more like treasure trove. There'll be like backstories, spin-offs. There'll be some like Wakandan type stories.
Yeah, I think it's going to very much be an anthology, since it's going to be taking place over.
Still going to be active in universe kind of thing.
Yeah. I'm all for this series. I love mythology. I love them expanding upon all that stuff, like the history of Wakanda. I think that's interesting. Oh, I would love to see them do like a little special on the first Black Panther. That would be something I would love to see. Like it's not. Like
I would really
not
like that.
Bashinga. It's the character's name is something else. I forgot. I'll probably research it after the stream.
I would really like that.
Yeah,
that would go nuts.
That would be really good.
Let's see. We basically covered yeah. In terms of the Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man stuff, we basically covered most of it. Aside from the Future Foundation suit, they did confirm the Future Foundation will have a presence in the series, which I mean, okay, I don't know how that's gonna work.
Yeah, you're right, Kevin. It is Bashinga, yeah.
All right.
When was he alive? What time period was he alive in?
Oh, it's like a long time ago.
Well, in that case, there's one person I would, if it's a one-off, there's one person I would have, and I would beg this man to do it, and I think no one would have any problems. Denzel Washington.
Washington, baby.
As a one-off cast,
I think Denzel would do great in superhero films. I'm not sure if he'd be willing to do those type of films.
Multiple picture ones. I don't think he'd want to commit to multiple pictures, but I think
but it's like a one-off. Yeah.
And I think, with the outside context of Chadwick saying that there'd be no Black Panther without you, like that, like him being the first one, like that.
Yeah, that would do one.
And
hey, Marvel, I'm just saying, hire me right now.
Yeah.
Hire all of us.
Okay. Other than
Sony as well.
Spider-Man stuff, they did kind of announce who's playing Norman. Coleman. Domingo, I'm probably mispronounced that name. I apologize.
Coleman. He was in
terrific actor, one of the most underrated actors in the business right now.
He's great. He was the only reason I kept watching Fear the Walking Dead. Coleman was great.
They announced Spider-Man's voice actor Hudson Thames. I don't know if that's the same voice actor from season 1, because in this particular article they said he voiced the character in What If season 3.
Yeah, he did.
I don't know if they recast it or not. But yeah, that's basically because we already touched upon everything on the Spider-Man's, the Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man stuff earlier on. But that's basically all that was.
This was like therapy. This whole stream, we got a lot out of our system. So let's talk about Venom. No, let's not do that. That's next.
Okay, we can briefly touch on
that's the next
Marvel Zombies. So Marvel Zombies has been confirmed to be TVMA. I think they confirmed that a while ago, but they further confirmed it. And
an animated show or.
They call it an event series. It's gonna be 4 episodes, so I'm gonna assume that they're like 40 to 50 minutes long. And I've been an advocate for this series because I like Marvel Zombies. Granted, I'm just gonna say this: it does not hold a candle to Deceased. Deceased is a much better zombie story from DC, but Marvel Zombies I think was a
that's a good one. Even I read that one.
Here is where I'm starting to where they start to lose me though, because they kind of set that up perfectly in the first season of What If. And we already know that this version of Marvel Zombies, it's gonna be very different from the original comic. The characters are gonna be different, but it seems like Shang-Chi, Katie, and Jimmy Woo will. I don't know if they're gonna be the main focus, but they're gonna have a lot of focus. The first teaser they showed, the Mandarin, when Wu giving Shang-Chi the 10 rings to save his arm, because you remember from that concept art they revealed, I think like a year ago, Shang-Chi has like a degraded arm, and the rings are like stopping the infection. When Wu dies, and Shang-Chi, Katie, and Jimmy Woo, they fight a Skrull biker gang in a Mad Max style action sequence.
Ooh, that could go hard.
Yeah. Let's see anything else.
One of the best films of the year.
Let's see, when Wu dies, anything else.
Okay,
There's a time skip.
Yosa, one of the best films of the year.
Yeah, there's a time skip that happens in Marvel Zombies, which we already assumed was going to happen. See, anything else that I missed here? Oh, we could talk about some of the X-Men 97 stuff if you guys want.
Oh, Gio, for the last 5 minutes.
Oh, they're bringing the Grant Morrison in season 2.
Yeah.
But the thing is, in Dark Phoenix, they look like they were cosplaying. In that, they actually look like legitimate suits. So here's the thing, right? I enjoyed that first season. I enjoyed it. But can I just take this moment to say how fucking refreshing it was to have the X-Men be center stage?
Yeah.
No, like you don't like come on, just without the laughing and trolling, RJ, just on a
I'm just laughing at how you were. I knew you were gonna say that. I wasn't.
Like, wasn't it
not just the fact that the X-Men are center stage?
I'm being serious.
Cyclops is actually an important character.
I'm actually being serious. I wasn't trying to troll you.
They did something with Jubilee. When was the last time they did anything with Jubilee?
Since the first episode of the entire damn show in 92.
Gambit got the short end of the stick.
Hey, I know, but they're bringing it back. They're bringing it back in season 2.
Gambit appearing in Deadpool Wolverine, that got a great setup for the name is Gambit, mon ami. Remember it.
I think Channing Tatum, he did a good job as Gambit. I would be 100% down if they brought him back.
When he said that scene about his dad, and Deadpool's like,
"Oh, that was funny."
Shout out to my dad. Shout out to my dad.
When Deadpool says, "Jesus Christ, that is graphic."
It's like, you know.
All right.
I'm sorry, who is your dialect coach?
It's like we're missing critical exposition here.
Yeah. All right, to go back to X-Men 97 for season 2, they confirmed Polaris and Apocalypse was already set to appear because they set that up.
Yeah.
But Polaris, who is Magneto's other daughter, is going to appear.
Ooh. Will she be one of the 4 horsemen, do you think?
Ooh, I could see that, honestly. They kind of I think they didn't.
Who this tweaker account is, but
oh hell no. Okay.
Oh
wow. Okay. All right.
I don't know who that. Yeah, they keep doing that.
Because didn't they tease Polaris at the?
Say that to me though.
Didn't they say that and set that up at the end of the end of season 1? Because I remember there was this shot. I can't remember which characters were on that boat, but they had like Scarlet Witch and
Daniel.
That's not the Miyagi way. Sorry.
Yeah, but Warlock is set to appear.
So do you reckon she'll be one of the 4 horsemen? Like we know Gambit will be.
I could see Polaris.
Maybe Angel. Angel was one of them.
Yeah, he'll be Archangel. Polaris I could see because we've already
seen Angel in the series, but he's one of the first X-Men, so why does he not? Like, it's weird. That's a little bit weird.
Yeah. Actually, I need to pull up the hang on, because I want to see who was MIA and who was off doing their own thing. You know that like board that Forger had at the end of the season X.
Oh man, I'm looking forward to season 2, man. That honestly, that show went hard.
Yeah.
Cyclops was good in it.
That show went fucking hard, man. Oh god. And you know what, right? If you grew up with the Marvel versus Capcom games, let me tell you something, right? Cyclops invented a style of fighting, right? It's called frickin' laser fu. This man's using his lasers to frickin' he drops out of the fucking plane, right? Screams anime style, optic blasts into the ground, right? Lands superhero style. That man's neck muscles must be on job, and he's using it to fight mid battle. Like,
it makes sense why they're using Polaris because on the board
forecast with Storm. Oh, mwah. Beautiful.
Yeah, on the board, Wanda and Pietro are off world, whatever that entails. Havoc is Havoc doesn't have anything on his photo on the board, so he might show up. I hope so.
Oh, I'd love that.
They did him. They did that man so dirty in Apocalypse. I'm still pissed off about that. He was my favorite character from that era.
There is a rumor out there that they were actually, because they didn't find Havoc's body, is originally before Dark Phoenix was the plan. The other rumor was that Mr. Sinister took him.
Oh yeah, because they set that up, but then completely forgot.
But it still really annoyed me. I'm like, this is Havoc. He doesn't need and I'm gonna rant against Cyclops here. I know, plot twist. This guy doesn't need glasses to use his powers.
Yeah. I also like one detail I loved about Havoc in those films. His powers evolved over time because in First Class he could barely control. He had to use like that weird.
They give him no shine whatsoever.
And in Days of Future Past, he can like somewhat control with his hand. And in Apocalypse, he could fully control his abilities. Like he didn't have to use it from his chest. He could do it with his fists and all that.
Did I show you the other day, Kevin, what I found that basically Quicksilver's role in Days of Future Past, that was actually meant for a young Juggernaut.
Oh, interesting.
So the guy that was playing young William Stryker was actually meant to play a young Juggernaut instead.
Really?
Yep. And then
I can see that.
And then when they got closer to shooting, they changed it to Quicksilver, and they basically told the actor, "Look, we're not going ahead with Juggernaut, but would you like to play William Stryker?" Basically. So there was a cool concept art on it, but I think it was a very good decision to
Okay, let's see what else. The character Danger is set to be a villain in X-Men 97. Not the main. I doubt he's going to be the main villain. Because they already very clearly set up that Apocalypse is going to be the main antagonist of season 2.
Yeah.
Okay, I think that's all I could find on X-Men 97.
Dude, I think you fucking got most of it there. That was fucking well. Good job, Kevin. God damn.
You had like recapping information.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys care about What If, but there's some stuff that they reveal of that.
Jesus Christ.
Moon Knight and White Vision are supposed to appear.
What'd you say, LJ?
What was that?
I never finished What If. I could care less.
Yeah. But let's see. There's the only thing that looks interesting is like this like the Gundam thing that they're gonna do with Sam and Monica Rambeau.
Finish it, RJ. Finish it.
Finish it.
Finish it. From evil.
Oh, also, since you guys are such big fans of Ironheart, she's going to appear in What If Season 3.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
Okay, let's see. That's enough of What If. Let's move on. See, anything else? Oh, I think... Well, on a small update of across Beyond the Spider-Verse, Karen Sony reveals they're deep into production, and he will start recording lines for the film in a few months.
In a few months.
RJ, just breathe, bro. So basically, RJ, I want to put this out there. In an ideal world, you get Beyond the Spider-Verse next year, and you get street-level Spider-Man. In the multiverse, however, you get Spider-Man Battle World, and you don't get Beyond the Spider-Verse for another 4 years.
Eyes of Wakanda is canon. Oh well,
sorry, I'm not trying to. Sorry. Not too far.
Wait.
Oh, I missed something on X-Men 97. Sabretooth and Lady Deathstrike are going to appear in season 2.
Listen, I can wait for Beyond the Spider-Verse. I can't wait for
RJ. What you're supposed to say is, "Whoa, too far."
I can't wait for
Beyond the Spider-Verse. Too far.
Whoa, too far.
They better bring back that showrunner for season 3, because I'm sorry, if they are going to go ahead and bring one of the producers from What If to do season 3, no, cancel the show. Cancel the show.
Wait, they're bringing a producer from What If onto X-Men
for season 3, because season 2, 2 was all the stuff for season 2 was already ready to go for animation before they fired the guy.
I'd rather they stop there.
Yeah, just cancel the series at that point. I'm sorry, no.
I'd rather you stop there. Like, you go do your What If stuff. You leave X-Men the fuck alone. Like, no.
Yeah. With the Spider-Man series, there's like a couple screenshots of like what they showed. It's very clearly like 60s and Ditko inspired. Like, here's the hang on if I can get this in focus here.
Focus. RJ, stop doing that. Fucking.
See, okay, there's
the minute you stop, then we bring it in. Idiot.
Okay, there's a first screenshot with Peter and Aunt May. Then there's this shot with, I'm guessing this is going to be like his Peter's prototype suit before he gets the red and blue.
Before he gets the red and blue.
I'm sorry, this looks awful. I'm sorry. I get it's a prototype suit, but
RJ,
man.
what are your thoughts other than your hand gesture? What are your thoughts?
I just want news on Spider-Man 4.
I just want listen.
Like, I don't I need to rant for a second before we end. I don't understand.
Oh no, we're about to end. Thank you all very much for watching. We're about to end. Thank you very much for watching.
Yeah.
No.
And there's a screenshot here of Nico in Peter's room. I guess they're classmates. They might be friends. Or, I don't know. I guess they might be changing some things up and they might be dating. I don't know.
Oh, fuck off. You have arguably the greatest character in pop culture, right?
Oh, and speaking of RDJ,
so much. Thank
there
you.
was some more news on REJ. It's not technically MCU related. It has to do with the Avengers campus stuff at Disneyland.
Oh yeah, they've got King Thanos.
Yeah, REJ is returning as Iron Man for a new ride.
See, you see, see, business. You see, they got him back for business. Fucking hell. Fuck off. But RJ, go on your rant about Spider-Man before we end. Go on.
They literally.
I'll tell you what. I'll do you a solid, RJ. I'll let you take the. There you go.
They literally announced a project.
It feels weird being down here.
They announced Spider-Man projects.
You know, I don't like it. Go back. I don't like it. Go back to where you are.
On a random Tuesday, and they just put out an article.
I was having a McDonald's.
They put out a little tweet saying, "Oh yeah, it's coming out this year." And it's like, no,
delay it for 5 more years.
Spider-Man deserves presentation. Okay,
exactly.
Yeah, San Diego Comic-Con, but no, Sony, you don't want to go because you're stupid. You ain't got nothing to announce. All right. No,
they could have showed something for that Craven movie.
Who's directing this movie?
Oh, fuck.
Who is directing the movie? We don't know who's directing the film at all.
Don't start me on fucking Sony bullshit.
We don't even know who's directing the film.
I'm not going to say
directing this film.
Not gonna say
oh, yeah. They still don't have a director attached to the project. And didn't they say that they're supposed to go into production like in January or something?
That's bullshit.
Well,
I hope that's fake. I think there was like a report like the runner-ups are like the guys from Bad Boys.
They're good. They're really good directors. I wouldn't mind them.
Yeah.
Me personally, my pick right now would be Fede Alvarez. He directed a movie called Don't Breathe, and he's a horror director, and he's directing Alien Romulus is coming out this week.
Why'd you have to mention Craven? Damn it.
I'm sorry, Jacob.
Oh, he mentioned Craven.
Yeah, I did.
So you mean to tell me that this motherfucker? No.
It doesn't even sound like actually. But let's not get into that because we're gonna be here all day.
another cross casting. Not gonna say it. I'm not.
Also, now keep in mind, I haven't watched that trailer since it released. Did Aaron Taylor Johnson even have an accent in that trailer?
He tried to. No, actually, no, he doesn't. He doesn't have an accent.
What? Okay, all right. Carry on, RJ.
Oh, I need to say it. I'm sorry, I can't fight the urge. So you just have Spider-Man 2 release, right? And people, you can have your thoughts on the video game here or there. Craven was like, all right, you could have done more with him at the end, but by and large, they knocked it out the fucking park with Craven. Yeah. Right? No, they knocked it out of the park with him overall.
Yeah, they could have done better with Craven, but I think in terms of character, I think they did decent.
Yeah, that's him. That's him to the bone. Yeah.
As the character. Go down the hall and talk to the gaming department on how to do Craven. That's Craven.
Yeah.
This guy is not Craven.
I don't know who this guy is. I ain't Craven. That's not the Craven I know.
It's not the Craven I know. And
also, why make Craven an anti-hero? If you want to make a Spider-Man movie where the villain becomes an anti-hero, make Superior Spider-Man.
Bad guys, man. Fucking up.
You want a good bad guy turned anti-hero from Spider-Man? Do a Superior Spider-Man movie.
Here's what we need. We need Sony to stop milking the fucking donkey bollocks out of the Rogues dossier and gallery of Spider-Man's villains without Spider-Man.
I'll be right back.
Movies suck.
I'll be right back. I just heard my doorbell. 1 second.
It's probably Sony coming. I hope it's not Sony. For fuck's sake. But
Oh,
God, it really, all these years later, right? It still irks me 50 Ways to Sunday because it's just so they can keep the IP. It's honestly the most frustrating thing I've ever seen. I hate it. It's so annoying. I gave Venom a pass. Just a pass. And then what do they do with that pass? I can't say that. They what they did with that pass was they ran to the freaking end zone. They decided, yeah, we're not going to touch down and throw the ball back. That's what happened. Honestly, I'm fucking.
I'm sick of this shit. The game did Craven like he was great.
All right, what I miss?
Oh, we're just ranting about Sony.
Oh, okay. Oh, so the usual.
But yeah, I on God, we gave them I gave them a pass with Venom. I gave them a pass.
Venom having his own solo film, that makes sense. Morbius, you
just one.
Morbius had his own solo run, but he didn't need a movie. Craven, that's where I draw the line.
People in the chat and people watching after the fact or whatever on rewatch, I forgot about Madam Web entirely until these guys brought it up to me. I forgot it existed. And then I went into a rant on Venom 2 and how... You know what Venom 2 was? That's like... Can't say that either. I'm just gonna... You know what? Right. Boom. Boom. There you go. We're at the end zone. Everyone, thank you for tuning in to this great stream we had here. This was quite therapeutic for us. And the minute I say we're about to end, 20 people are watching. Happens every time. Do you remember that one stream, RJ, about nearly 2 years ago where I was trying to end...
Tristan, don't even get us started on Venom 2.
No, let's not start on Venom 2 because
this is going to become like a 6-hour stream after that.
I said it.
I fucking hate that movie so much. Oh, but it's so bad that it's good. No, it's just fucking bad. It's just
there's
awful.
Not a single enjoyable thing about that movie.
There's the credits.
Oh, okay.
You know what the best thing about that movie is? Nothing. The only good scene in that movie is when Carnage is like grabbing through this thing and then scream. That's it. And the scream when he breaks out the cell. That's it.
You remember when they were really hyping up, making us believe that Venom was going to have some type of role in No Way Home with that post-credit scene? And it went fucking nowhere. Okay, not nowhere, but...
And then they undid it with Venom 3. They undid it.
They also undid it. They did it and undid it in No Way Home because he was there in that bar and then that's it.
Bastard.
Oh, come on.
No,
Tori doesn't deserve that. Come on.
No, let's just all right. Now it's going to transition to Kurt. We've done an hour and 50 to stay away from Kurt. Let's
have fun, Dad.
All right, okay. Thank you all for watching. Give a massive shout out to this man right here, Kevin, for keeping us on job and having all the info at hand. Look at that badass backdrop. Look at that. You got Red Hood, Cobra Kai, Flash, Marvel. I love it. And then you've got RJ, the man, the myth, the GOAT. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, The Departed, greatest gangster movie of all time. The Avengers, Infinity War, Civil War. Well, I don't know. Well, apart from The Godfather. And Cobra Kai. I mean, well, obviously, Godfather exists. But it's not the Miyagi-Do way. But thank you all for watching. There will, unlike Gareth Southgate, I do make substitutions, so there will be a sequel to this stream in a couple of days.
But you have to be positive.
I'll be there, and this time I'm not gonna be late.
Fuck off for that. Not you, Kevin. I was saying to what RJ was saying, is like you got to be positive. Fuck off with that. England have had 2 cuckoldery finals now. 2. I'm not.
It kind of reminds me of a certain character from a show that we watch.
I know someone that was second place quite a lot, and then
what was his name? I can't.
I feel like I know his name. Like I can't quite place it. It's a character that should really have a win by now, but doesn't. Should really.
What's his name? Bobby? No, that's not it.
No, that's not it. No, it's Miguel Diaz, apparently.
Yeah.
What the hell is going on?
That's a little post-credit scene right there, people. Tristan, see you guys soon. Israel, Clyde Walker, Daniel LaRusso, stop glazing Miyagi. I'm so bad at the word for that now. Jesus Christ. And everyone else that was watching today. I'm sorry, RJ, the way you said, you sick bastard.
Jesus.
All right, good night, Zephyr. Appreciate you. Okay, guys, let's see who can break straight face first. Everyone looking at the camera. We're gonna.
He got up right when you...
Oh, right. Oh, okay.
All right, there we go. Hopefully, this isn't too loud. Actually, I should probably give me a second here.
I gotta turn the sound off on mine. RJ looking at us like, yeah, I'm just here for the vibes. I don't have a saber. It's fine. Don't worry.
Trying to get one.
You will one day. You will one day. I'll buy you one. I'll buy you one. Call it a birthday gift. You just wait till it goes to a nice blue. There we go. All right. Let's do this. We'll do a nice little pose, and then we'll just see who can hold it and fuck that up like an idiot. There you go.
That's what Sky Master Q used to say.
Let me scroll through the settings here. Okay, now I'm fucking okay.
God damn it, RJ, you can. Oh Jesus, let me put mine away. Hang on, let me put mine away. Oh Jesus. All right, okay. Looking at the camera, RJ, come close to the camera. Oi, put the phone down. And in 3, 2, 1. Runner up.
Rich homie Quan.
RJ, you're cheating. You don't.
You're gonna beat Miguel and Robbie.
Yeah, it's probably not going to happen. All right, guys. See you in a few days or so, or whatever. Videos coming this week and all that great, lovely stuff. I'm going to play this lovely little clip for RJ because it's his favorite thing ever in the history of mankind. Attack the Block. Good movie.
The fuck was that for?
I need to rewatch that, bro.
Oh god, it's done its thing again where it's like buffering as it ends.
Oh,
sorry, it's an internet thing.
Shut up!
I am the captain of this ship. What ship? This guy hit me with a van.
It's time to go!
It's still not ending. It's still buffering.
Instagram reel clip.
All clear. Nothing above, nothing below.
That is such a weird music choice for that film.
Yeah, isn't that from one of the Halloween movies?
Yeah.
Which one was it?
It was like the later, like.
Is there any more coffee?
Okay, that makes sense. That's why it's placed
or
in
like
there.
4 or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it was the one with Jamie, where Jamie was like
Sounds
the
like
main
a damn like freaking.
It's still not ending.
It's still not.
What is going on? The guy hit.
Christ.